Hello there. Welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat. I am Sarah Keller, and hopefully you can hear me. I have headphones in. And this is our weekly get-together where, I tell you what's going on here at this gorgeous yarn shop all around me called Not Another Hat. So if you're new here, welcome. We are so happy you're here. And if you're a longtime returning friend, welcome back. I've got some fun things to show you, as always. When do I ever not have something fun to show you? Every week I say, I've got lots of fun things to show you, as if I ever have like really, really horrible things to show you. Chris, welcome. I'm happy you're here too. And not having a tooth pulled or whatever it was the last time you joined one of our live things. Welcome. It is the second half of January, inexplicably. We're cruising on in towards Valentine's Day, so I'm going to show you some fun little Valentine's type things that you might be interested in this time of year. If anyone's curious about what I'm wearing, this is Fiadh, and this was the January knit along with Marie Green olive knits in 2021. Here, I'll show you the back. Super, super cute. Lots of great cables and texture and seed stitch and contrast pockets. Love these pockets. The genius thing about these pockets is this is a heavy worsted yarn, and it's knit. I don't remember the exact gauge, but I did look at my notes and I knit it on a 5. So, a fairly dense kind of true Aran fabric, like Aran design, but the pockets are knit with fingering. And so you don't get this big, bulky pocket. Well, this is bulky because I've got my headphones case right here, but you don't get this big, bulky pocket business because you have this very lightweight fingering yarn. So, and yes, you did spell that right, Julia. Fiadh is Fiadh. And the last 2 letters aren't really pronounced when you say it out loud. So this was one of my favorite Marie Green designs that we did as a knit along. I know so many of you have it. We did a lot of yarn sales of this yarn, which is, Julia, we were just talking about this. What is this yarn? This is Kelborn. It's not Cricket. Cricket's the little one. She's going to put it here in any second now. But this is the time of year, so some of you might be already planning on doing the next Olive Knits Knit Along. It's actually going to be in February this year, but check it out. Lucky Tweed, thank you so much. I knew you would have it. It's going to be another very fun textured design. So we've been doing some sales already for it. Lots of people are getting either the Irish yarn that we've got, Ariu, or the Feederbrook Entropy Solids. So if you dig this kind of a sweater, go for it. It'll be a good time. Plus, it's a workshop. So Maria always teaches so much information, usually not just on technique, but also on like the history of the technique and the tradition of it. So it's always a very good experience. So moving on, let's talk about first our newest sample and my newest cast on and a fairly new yarn all at once. We're going to do all of it together. So I'm talking about Aurelia from Berroco. It was new this past fall. Look at this big, lofty, fluffy, beautiful skein. So this is such a cool yarn because it's 74% cotton, 26% merino, and it feels like merino. The construction of it is so interesting. So you get this benefit of a cooler or actually more regulated fiber, but it still feels like wool. So it's a chainette. Oh, I didn't bring my glasses. Actually, I don't think it is oh, it is a chainette, yeah. The chainette is wool and the exterior is wool, but cotton is blown into the center of it. So really, really unique. I don't even know if I can think of another yarn quite like this off the top of my head. It's got a ton of yardage. So this is 100 grams with 267 yards. You know, a little lighter finished product is what you're gonna have when you make something out of this yarn. And it comes in these really beautiful colorways. So Stormy, this is so up my alley right here, Seafoam, Vanilla, or Vanilla Cream, sorry. Blush Petal, Powder Blue, Satin Sky. Was this more than Stormy? This was Stormy Slate. I wasn't reading. And then there's the color I'm using, which is something peachy or peach. And so I'll talk about this in just a second. So this is kind of like a light beigey color. But first, let's look at Jill's latest sample. How cute is this Stockholm Slipover? This is a PetiteKnit design. Beautiful shaping at the shoulder. 2 balls Jill used to make this. I'm sure it's one of the smaller sizes, but overall it's gonna take you somewhere between, I think, 2 and 5 or 6 balls. And it's just so light and beautiful, and it just feels like a dream. So PetiteKnit patterns, I'm sure you're familiar with them at this point because they've been so popular lately. That's the designer of the Sophie scarf. And so many other, the Oslo hat, like we love PetiteKnits here. We have a lot of samples of her stuff. So the base for Aurelia is cotton, and then it's encased in merino. Mary asked what the base of Aurelia is. So really, really great project for this yarn. The gauge is 19 stitches to 4 inches. And that's the same gauge as what I cast on because I thought it was high time I make the Purl Code by Isabell Kraemer. So I'm trying to get it to be slightly flat enough that you can see what's happening here. Okay, one sec. There we go. So top down raglan. Now this isn't just random texture. It's Morse code. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it says. But I have knit a secret message into this sweater, or I am knitting a secret message into this sweater. I mean, I guess it's not secret if you're fluent in Morse code. I'm getting very good at some letters because I have them like dotted out. Beatles lyrics would be so fun. Heidi said she was going to make one with Beatles lyrics. That's really cool. I love that idea. I mean, just think of all the things you could do. And then you just, when you're wearing it, you're walking around and you're like, you know, you're making your own statement about something. So, anyway, I'm very excited. Heidi says she bets swear words are lovely in Morse code. I tell you, I know a few now. So yes, and so I'm using Aurelia. It's actually also 19 stitches over 4 inches. So yeah, and I'm on a 6 for me. That's what I got gauge on. I'm super excited about this one. Once I had the idea for it, there was no stopping me. This one had to get casted on the needles. So you guys know what I'm like. If you want to check that out, it's called the Purl Code. So it's basically a very simple raglan top-down sweater. And then she gives you the alphabet in Morse code, like as pearl dots, and how to implement it. And it's just up to you to put in whatever you want to put in, or as frequently. I'm doing mine every 4th row is a Morse code row. So I'm like lining that up with my my all 4 increase rows, my front, back, and sleeves increase rows. And so it makes it very easy. No, it doesn't look super fuzzy. Kim was saying it doesn't look fuzzy knitted up. The yarn is slightly fuzzy for sure. Hopefully that kind of can give you an idea. And there is a little bit of a halo, if you can see, on my fabric, but it's not like holding mohair, if that makes sense. It's a little more like brushed instead of fuzzy or fluffy. Hope that explains it. So yes. So I was trying to think of a clever way to call the section of our lunch chats where I kind of go over some reminders about like upcoming events and things. And I can't think of a clever thing. If you guys can think of one, please leave it in the comments. It's like Reminders Corner, except I don't want to say corner. It's the announcements. I mean, that's so boring. If you've got a clever idea, put it in the comments. I will go and check. Because I do this every week. I give you updates about what's coming, but it'd be fun to be like, and now we arrive at da 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 da. Or maybe it's just me that thinks that would be fun. Okay, so what I want to tell you about now are some really fun things we have that are getting towards the lovey-dovey time of year that happens in the middle of February. Not everyone celebrates that, but it doesn't mean you can't treat yourself to some goodies along those lines. And so we have stuff that's been arriving. I showed you the dryer balls and the felted hearts last week. We've got some more new goodies, and I just want to point out a couple of things. These neon stitch markers, heart stitch markers from Katrinkles. Super cute, would make a great Valentine. Sarah Hearts patch that says, made with magic. Or how about a Bink Waffle yarn cozy in this cute fabric here. This is some of the new stuff that we have that I'm so excited about. And so is the staff, because there's also little minis that we sell individually over here, and we've all been probably the largest consumers of them since they arrived. Instead of actual customers. But we now have Seattle chocolate bars. And Seattle chocolate, for those of you who are fans, has rebranded to Maeve. I guess they were trying to make it more appealing to the whole country and like not pinning it down to something that's like only belongs to Seattle. But the candy bars are still just as good. So if you know, you know. Seattle chocolate. Oh, these are so good. I got to tell you though. Okay, I'm gonna show you all the ones we have, and then I'm gonna tell you about the one that's the most Minder Minute. I like that, Heather. Up and coming. Okay, I like it. Keep giving me these suggestions. I'm definitely gonna come back and check. Okay, so we've got some special ones in for Valentine's, like Forbidden Fruits. This is coconut and pineapple in a dark chocolate truffle bar. And Dirt Pile. This is, oh boy, my arm's long enough here. Dark chocolate, mini chocolate chips, crunchy cookies, and cocoa nibs in a dark chocolate truffle bar. Or how about, oh, I'm gonna save that one for last. Peanut butter banana affair. This is so me right here. Peanut butter and banana, dark and white chocolate truffle bar. And the Heat and Honey. Cayenne pepper and honey milk chocolate truffle bar. And then this is the one that started it all, because it's called Moon Rocks. And he says, Houston, we have a problem. We spilled popping candy into chocolate. Actually, Houston, it's delicious. This has essentially like little pop rocks in the chocolate. So when you're eating it, it's like little Jill and I first found these at a trade show. Jill, how long ago was that? I mean, I want to say it was at least 10 years ago. So we were given like a little one like this from one of the vendors. These are the little minis that I was saying the staff have all been consuming. And we were like, what is this magic? And so now we know to look for it. And I got the full bars. So check out the Maeve chocolate bars. That's one of our fun new things. And then this thing is not related to yarn or knitting at all. As many things I bring in aren't. They're just because I love them. So this is so funny that now I'm talking about bath products that I love. But I really, truly, I love these. Okay, so my mom gifted me one of these things a couple of years ago. And ever since, it's like all I use now. And so what they are is big sponges, like loofah-like sponges. You can put a ribbon on it and snap it closed so you can hang it in your shower if you want. But they have soap in them. And they smell heavenly. So they last forever. It's called All-in-One Body Treatment. And so it's a body wash and a buffer all in one. So we have 3 different Valentine's special limited edition scents individually like this. Or if you've got a Sarah in your life that just is really obsessed with these, you could get the 3-set box, which has one of each. Oh, I think we have 4. We have 4 different Valentine scents, and then this box comes with 3 of them. So you guys might be laughing like, what on earth? Why is she now talking about these body buffer soap things? But I love them so much. And when I saw them available through one of the sites where I shop for wholesale stuff, I was like, oh, we have to get these. I put them on my Christmas list every year. You can ask my mom. So, and now I give them to my kids. It's a thing. It's a thing. If you've used them before, you know what I'm talking about. They're super nice. They leave you feeling, they're very good. I would never endorse something that I thought was a crappy product. Let's put it that way. Okay. So here's our announcements, up and coming, drum roll please, Minder Minute. I'm looking through all of the suggestions section of today's chat. We now have a first hat class on the calendar. So if you are in the area here, Jill is going to be teaching a first hat class in February. So if you have learned the basic knit stitch and you're ready to move into something else, a little project in the round, maybe on circular needles, maybe a little purling. She's going to be teaching Aunt Jillian's hat, which is a design I did named after her. And it'll get you knitting on circular needles, which is pretty much the last big step to knitting whatever you want. I mean, truly. So signups are open for that right now on our website. And then Berroco has a really fun knit along happening. It's called the Cable Craze Blanket. So it's squares that you will assemble, kind of like our blanket class that we've got going on, only ours is not cables, ours is more like textures. But it's also knit in Berroco Vintage, and it's free to participate on Berroco's website. You just go and sign up, and they send you all of the pattern, and they're going to have some techniques and things like that. So we have kits for the 3 colorways that they've put together for the Cable Craze blanket. So those are right on our front page right now if you're interested in participating in that Berroco knit along as well. So I think that's everything. Sip and Stitch is this Thursday. Again, if you're in the area, we would love to have you. You guys would be amazed at how many people sometimes drive out from Portland just for Sip and Stitch. So this Thursday from 4 to 6:30 at Crush Cider Cafe here in town. It's always a good time, and Crush has amazing food and beverages. So it's not just cider. They've got sodas, beer, wine, all the things. And amazing tacos and flatbreads and such good food. So that is this Thursday, the 22nd, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, there's our sign right over there, the 22nd from 4 to 6:30. All right, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for tuning in, and I will be right back here at the same time, same place next Tuesday if you want to catch some more. All right, everybody, adios.